Do you know that phobia in answering form is a thing? It's called formophobia. It's that anxiety some people get when asked to enter personal information into a pre-made template or a form. It's caused by several factors, but one of them is making a mistake that could make or break someone's goal for filling out the form in the first place. The 2026 JET program application form is not an exception. With blocks and blocks of text both in English and Japanese, as well as unfamiliar questions, this task can be daunting. That's why What's Up with ALT Zone and Rui Sensei is here to help you. I think I have formophobia. It's because when I opened the application form, I got scared and overwhelmed. I needed some adrenaline to push myself to fill it out, so I accomplished it just a night before I submitted my documents. However, I also took my time in thinking about my statement of purpose and having a mental picture of what my narrative, tone, and slant will be. The application form is available at the Embassy of Japan in the Philippines website. The link is in the description. I will also show you the form and we will go through it together. So what we have here, first it says, do not staple. I already explained this in my previous videos why the Embassy of Japan does not want us to use staplers on our documents. And some general instructions. The first one is if you can just type your answers and print, that is preferred. And I personally think you should do this. Handwritten is also okay, but it should be neat and in block letters, no cursive. Numbers should be Arabic numerals, not Japanese kanji or Roman numerals. Dates should be formatted as year/month/day. And do not abbreviate proper nouns. If you live, for example, in Tierra Vista South, you will write it as such and not TVS or Tierra Vista S. Please read the section on data privacy and other terms and conditions on page 1. Let's jump right in to item number 1. Position type for which you are applying. Oh no, there is no instruction whether you will shade, underline, or tick. Since I filled this out electronically, I just ticked ALT, but I think you can also shade if you want. Item number 2, where do you want to be interviewed? Refer to chart 1. But where can you find chart 1? It's also here in their website, chart sheet of application. Philippines is not in the list. You should figure it out. Just remember to type the 4-digit code in the boxes and the location where you wish to be interviewed. For almost all of us ALTs, our interview location is at the Embassy of Japan in the Philippines, Manila. Item number 3, name. It should be exact as written on your passport. If you got your passport prior to getting married, you will have to use your maiden name. You do not have enough time to get a new passport. In Japan, we are instructed to write our names in uppercase only. Last name, first name, and middle name. This is to make it easier for them to read. Please do not abbreviate your name. If you are Maria Leonora, you have to write it as such, not M.A. Leonora. If you do not have a middle name, just leave it blank. If you have suffixes like Junior, the third, I think it's okay to just write it as JR or Roman numeral number 3. Just refer to how it is written on your passport. Sex. This is sex assigned at birth and not your gender identity. So either choose male or female. Others is for intersex or those who were born with 2 sex organs or both characteristics of male and female. Just tick the corresponding circle. Date of birth. It should be 4 digits for the year, 2 digits for the month, and 2 digits for the day. Just add 0 before the digit if it's only 1 digit. What will be your age as of April 1, 2026? It's not asking for your current age because you might be 30 right now, but your birthday is March 30, so you will be 31 by April 1, 2026. So write 31. Nationality, use chart 2. Again, you can find it in the website. Enter the 2-letter code and write the Philippines, not Filipino. If you have a different nationality, refer to chart 2. If it's not there, just type it on the space, no need for the code. Regarding dual nationality, do you have dual nationality with Japan? If no, just tick no. If yes, tick yes. And be reminded that you have to submit the renunciation of your Japanese nationality before the deadline. Refer to the application guideline for the deadline. You will be disqualified if you have Japanese nationality because they issue a separate visa for JET participants. Home state and hometown. This is not your current address nor the place where you spent your childhood. This should be the address where you live for the most part of your life. Refer to chart 3 for the code. However, since the Philippines is not in this chart, just write 9999 for the 4-digit code or just leave it blank. It's up to you. The province or National Capital Region, if it's NCR, on home state, and the city or the municipality for hometown. Contact number. I suggest using your mobile number since you have it with you all the time. Use the country code +63 instead of 0, followed by the 10-digit number. Email address. This should be your personal email address. This should be your permanent email address because JET will use this to send everything, starting from the result of initial screening, schedule of interview, result of the final screening, your place of assignment, travel itinerary, and anything that concerns you as an ALT. Do not use work or school emails. Please do not forget to answer current address. Current address is the place where you reside upon submission of your application. Also, answer criminal history if you have a criminal record or not. Current occupation and university or employer. If you are still a student or a graduating student, type 4th year college or 5th year college on the occupation part, and on the employer or university, your school. Do not abbreviate. If you are unemployed, just enter unemployed and leave the other part blank. Educational background. Academic degree. This is your highest educational attainment. If you only have bachelor's degree, just tick this one. If you have master's degree, no need to tick the bachelor's degree, just the master's degree. Same goes for doctorate. Academic specialization. Refer to chart 4 for the 2-digit code. And you do not have to write bachelor or science or art in yada yada. That's what the code is for. Just enter your major. If your course is not on the list, just choose the one closest to it. If you have double major or one major and one minor, answer the next part using the same chart and the same procedure. If you have 2 different bachelor's degree, just use the next table, which I will explain now. Academic record, high school graduation date. Refer to your diploma for the accurate date. But if that's not possible, I think it's okay to just write the year like what I did. In this table, you will provide the information regarding your higher education or college education only. This is only for educational history post your senior high school. Take me for example. I took 3 courses from different universities, so I wrote all of them here, even though the first 2 courses were only 2 years. So on higher education level, you will write if it's bachelor's, masteral, or doctorate. Name of institution and location. Say University of Santo Tomas, Taft, Manila, Philippines. Include the date when you left the university. Duration of attendance. Is it the 5-year attendance? 4 years? 2 semesters? Etc. Major field of study. Here, you can write your course and major. When did you earn your diploma or when are you expecting to graduate? Make sure that everything you write here is reflected in your transcript of record. Employment history from your most recent place of employment. And you should also include your part-time job. Should you put everything? If you hop from one job to another every 2 months and you don't finish your contracts, that might reflect poorly on you. So the safest thing to do is just put the relevant experiences and the ones where you lasted at least 6 months. But hey, this is just my opinion. Should you decide to put everything, use the employment history appendix available in the website. Use only 1 row per employer and do not change anything on the table. Same with employment history. Use 1 row per organization or school. If the rows are not enough, use the teacher background appendix available in the website. Insider tip. Just like what I discussed in my previous videos, classroom teaching background is preferred. However, if the class is originally a classroom setup but was converted to online class due to COVID, it still counts as classroom teaching. If your experience is only tutoring ESL students online, you can use the rows for other teaching or tutoring. If you have no teaching experience, just leave it blank. Teacher training. Let's say your course is not education, but you took professional education units. That counts as teacher training, or if you attend any special trainings to teach. Do you possess a teacher certification? This is a question if you are Republic of the Philippines Professional Regulation Commission licensed professional teacher. That's a mouthful to say. Or a similar certification from other countries. Do you have any training in teaching English? Just take the appropriate answer. What are your future career goals? Remember to write only in connection to the goals of the JET program. You can watch my previous video to help you understand the goals of JET program. Make sure that your answer is only within the box. Make it clear, concise, and cohesive. Japan-related studies. This is only if you studied Japanese language or Japanese history and culture. Japanese language proficiency. Rate your Japanese in terms of reading, writing, speaking, listening. Put X in the appropriate boxes. If it's totally zero, put X in non-column. If you took the JLPT, write the information here. Language proficiency. If you speak other languages, evaluate your level by putting X where appropriate. But first, write your first language. Since I am Tagalog, I wrote Filipino here. I wrote English on the other language. Feel free to write Spanish, French, or Chinese, or whatever language that you already know. International or intercultural experience. If you traveled abroad, either for work or leisure, that is a very important experience for JET ALT applicants. Just provide the information and choose the top 3 most relevant to the JET program if you have more than 3. Other activities, honors, awards, scholarship, etc. Are you a Latin honor? Did you receive any award or scholarship? Write them only in the space provided. Extracurricular, the fun stuff. What are you good at or things you enjoy doing? My suggestion is to write only those that might be useful when you become an ALT, so indicating that you are a mythical immortal in Mobile Legends might not be a very useful information here. I'll skip item number 20 to 22, just read and answer them. Item 23 is very important. JET will actually help you if you want to bring your spouse, partner, or children along with you as dependents. However, it must be legally verifiable that you are affiliated with them. Item 24, please answer this. If you will be placed on a remote area, you might need to be able to drive to go places. Placement preference. Here's the most exciting part. JET will actually allow you to choose where do you want to live and work in Japan, but this will still be based on the demand of the contracting organizations. They will try their best to match you with your preference, but there is no guarantee. First, do you want to live and work in an island, rural, or urban, or anywhere is fine? If you have no preference, you can just skip 25B. But if you do have preferred place, you have to indicate 3 choices. Use chart 5 for the block code and name, and prefecture designated city code and name. This is completely up to you. I think for Filipinos, the top 2 considerations are, number 1, cost of living. Food and other essentials tend to be the same all across Japan. A huge chunk of your salary might actually go to apartment rental. Cities tend to have almost twice the price of space rental compared to rural areas. So if you are planning to save as much as you can, choose rural areas or lesser known cities. There are still cities with reasonable cost of living, so do some research. The number 2 consideration for Filipinos when choosing an area of placement is convenience and vibe. It's very quiet here in Japan. If you are someone who needs constant stimulus so as not to fall into depression, definitely choose a place where there is a shopping district or an entertainment area. If you prefer a more peaceful and closer to nature feels, go to rural area. If you want to travel to famous tourist spots, stay within the mainland Japan. If you want to experience unique culture, go to islands. If you want everything to be within reach, supermarket, hospitals, train stations, airports, etc., choose cities. Oh, you might also want to consider the climate of the place you will be assigned to. The northern part of Japan tends to have longer and harsher winter. But if you like snow, you will love it there. The central part is very or should I say, uncomfortably humid during summer. But coming from the Philippines, you'll be fine. Item 25C. If you have any specific requests, say you have a medical condition that would require you to be placed closer to a hospital, or you have relatives in Japan that you want to see more often, they will consider those requests, but there is no guarantee that it will be granted. 26A is for CIRs only. 26B is for CIRs who are willing to work as ALT if there is more demand for ALT. 27 is a short survey on where did you hear about JET program. On 28, you need to provide the emergency contact person information. This could be your spouse, partner, friend, or relatives. And that's it. Just write the date. When are you planning to apply and affix your signature? I know this can be overwhelming and there are so many information being asked. Feel free to rewatch this video and use the timestamps to get to specific items that you need to answer. Again, all of the information I shared is available in the Embassy of Japan in the Philippines website. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write them in the comment section and I will be answering them as soon as I can. As always, if you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. It will help the channel navigate YouTube's algorithm so it can reach more audience that needs help with the JET application. The next video will be about writing an effective statement of purpose, so don't forget to turn on the notification bell to keep yourself updated. This is What's Up with ALT Zone, and I am Ruby Sensei, helping you take your first step to Japan.